On a cold spring night in 1922, in a quiet German village called Kaifeck, something unthinkable happened. 6 people were brutally murdered on a lonely farmstead. But what makes this story terrifying is not just the killings themselves. It's what happened before and after. This is the haunting mystery of the Hinterkaifeck Farm Murders. Hinterkaifeck was a small farm about 70 kilometers north of Munich. The family who lived there, Andreas and Cecilia Gruber, their daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and their maid, lived a quiet life. But a few weeks before the murders, Andreas began noticing something strange. He told neighbors that he found footprints in the snow, leading to his house, but none leading away. He also heard footsteps in the attic at night, and the key to the tool shed, missing. Everyone told him he was imagining things. But as it turned out, Andreas might have been right all along. On April 4th, 1922, neighbors grew concerned. No one from the Gruber family had been seen for days. Mail piled up. The children missed school. A small group of villagers went to check on them. What they found inside the barn was pure horror. Lying in a heap of hay were the bodies of Andreas, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, and her young daughter. Nearby, in the house, they found the 2-year-old boy, Joseph, and the maid, Maria. All 6 dead. Each had been struck with a mattock, a farming pickaxe. But here's where the story turns truly disturbing. The murderer had stayed on the farm for days after the killings. Neighbors reported seeing smoke from the chimney. The family's livestock had been fed. Meals were eaten from the kitchen. Whoever did this lived among the bodies. Even the family dog was alive, but tied up and injured. Investigators were baffled. The crime scene told a story, but not one that made sense. Police questioned over 100 suspects, and yet no one was ever charged. There were a few leading theories. One pointed to Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor and former lover of Victoria. Some said he was the father of the youngest child, Joseph. Others believed he was obsessed with her, and when she ended things, he snapped. But Lorenz was also among the villagers who discovered the bodies. He even entered the farm first, seemingly unafraid. Was it guilt, or was he just trying to help? Then came another theory. A vagrant or escaped prisoner had wandered into the farm, but there was no sign of forced entry, and who would stay there afterward, feeding animals and cooking meals. The most chilling idea is that the killer might have been living in the attic long before the murders, watching the family's every move. The case was investigated again in the 1950s and even the 1990s. Every time, the same conclusion: no clear suspect, no confession, no justice. The farm itself was eventually demolished. But even that didn't erase the story. Locals said the place was cursed, that strange lights and voices could still be heard where the farmhouse once stood. In 2007, forensic experts re-examined what little evidence remained. Modern DNA testing was impossible. Everything had degraded over time. All that was left were questions. Over a century later, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Europe's most disturbing unsolved crimes. Who had the time, the rage, and the patience to carry out something so horrifying, and then live peacefully on the same farm afterward? Was it a jealous lover? A drifter passing through? Or something far darker? A person the Grubers already knew? We'll probably never know. But one thing's certain. Somewhere between those snow-covered fields and the creaking attic above, the truth still lingers. If you were in charge of this case, what theory makes the most sense to you? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. And if you enjoy exploring stories like this, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because more chilling stories are coming soon.